Okay. I'm sorry about the hair. It dried out, so sometimes it gets like that, and like I could put a brush through it, but sometimes it doesn't do anything, even with the so anyway. Okay. So the reason why I said that is because I'm gonna cover both B and YNR a little bit, but I'm not gonna cover the storyline so much. Okay. So I think that I discussed this before about how the name of the show is Young and the Restless, and yet there are no young people on it anymore. But I do have a tidbit of news, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. Um, if you go based on the dialogue of today's episode, which I guess spoiler alert, but not at this point because it's like five. So, you guys should be okay. You guys should have had time to watch it, even on the West Coast. Okay. So, I talked about Noah and how they don't really use him anymore, and how it's kind of weird because he's supposed to be part of the legacy family and stuff. Okay, so um, I had an idea come in my head, you know, the other night after, of course, after I thought about it, but they could have him doing still promoting his club. He supposedly had that club where everybody, it was kind of became known as the breakup club because everybody would go there and break up. But I mean, he could still run that. And what's with Ali being a chemist and is supposed to be into chemistry and a family trait and whatever? And now every time she's mentioned, she's in the lab. Okay. I know people do experiments in the lab and stuff, but nobody does that many experiments. Um, so yeah, there's another storyline idea, sort of. Okay. Um, let's see what else. Oh, for the Faith. Okay, Nick and Sharon's daughter Faith. Okay. I think that they're gonna recast her or bring the girl that did it originally, the newer girl, back because they mentioned something today about how they hope she gets her work done from her professors in college and whatever soon so she can come back home. So that would kind of allude to they're gonna have her on the campus at some point. But then again, like I said, I have no info and I don't know who it's gonna be, if they're gonna recast it or use the same one, I don't know. I'm going based on dialogue alone. Um, okay, let's see. And now they got some kind of mystery about somebody sent Sharon a bottle of wine, a good bottle of wine, and then there's blood on it. So I don't know what that's about. Okay. As for the Chance and Sharon thing, that they kind of started, but then they stopped, but then they kind of started again. Okay, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Could you pick a side? Either have them not do anything, or let the connection blossom and see what happens. Um, because this wishy washy waffling, I don't get it. Um, okay, over to B&B. Um, okay, the main storyline, if you haven't seen it in a couple days, no joke, is there's one storyline. Um, Hope and Thomas, or Thope, are going to get back together. Now, I said this before, but I have evidence now. Every time they're on the set, they always have the storyline together and like they're pushing them together. The problem is that now it's a mutual connection, which is good, but now everybody is like on Hope's side that she would never do this. So it's kind of like if something does happen and say Hope initiates it, okay, then they're gonna paint her as like the good girl gone bad or something. I've seen it happen, okay, and I don't like it because can't you just call it out for what it is? Say that maybe Hope and Liam. Okay, as far as I have to say a disclaimer, kind of, and I should have said it before, but I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, disclaimer. I want whoever's married to stay married to the person they're with, okay? But if you're gonna do it, could you separate them and be like, because they've been married too long or like they grew apart or something? I don't know. But don't make it like Hope's fault that she fell for Thomas and how dare she. Don't go down that road. Just don't, okay? Don't make it a mental thing for Thomas and don't make it like a Hope did wrong thing. No. Because there are so many other avenues you can go down with that storyline. Just don't pick that one. I know I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again and again, but why isn't Diamond White Paris on the scene at all? They use her maybe one day every couple of months. Like, is there something I don't know? Is she on recurring and like so they won't use her as much? I mean, I kind of want to see her character, and I kind of want to see all the other characters. There are a bunch of characters it seems like they don't use, and I understand that they have a staff and like people, and they have to rotate, but it seems like they never use some people, like ever. I don't know. Okay. That's my nickel's worth of soap today. All right. Bye, everybody.